D Champ, intellectually stimulating. How are you? Men, women, let me talk to you about something. You have to get to know people. How do you do it? You have to do what they call now, I guess the popular term is properly vet people. Okay? You need to know which questions to ask. Ladies and gentlemen, if you ever meet someone and they say, "Well, I don't like answering questions, I don't like all those questions," they're hiding something, and you should stop talking to those people. Let's be honest, because of people's attitudes and their current mind state, there are many people who should be alone until they get themselves together. There are people that should be alone because of their mind state, because of their mentality, because of who they are, because of the choices they've made in life. You see, ladies and gentlemen, and then there are those people who have their stuff together, who have what I call the basics. We're all adults. We've all got our own things going on. But as I've said before, many people, when they talk to me, they don't want to talk about politics, world domination, money. No. They want to talk about interpersonal relationships and love. They want to know why they're single. They want to know why they make a certain amount of money and they can't find someone. And then people start questioning themselves. Is it me? The answer to that question is yes. You see, we have to make ourselves better. Because regardless of how good you think you are, you still attract who you are. Yes, you do. So maybe we have more work to do than we think we do. Maybe we have more work to do than we realize. Keep working on yourself. Make yourself the best version of yourself. Have standards. Be able to communicate those standards, men and women. Now, there is a way to get to know someone and ask these questions without them feeling like they're in an interview, which is what it is. And men, let's be honest, women need to qualify for our provision. In other words, she got to be about something before you make an investment in this woman. Because as men, we want a return on our investment. And if you take the time to properly vet someone, you can see whether or not they just want a dinner at some restaurant that they cannot afford for themselves. In other words, this is how you not get taken advantage of. Okay? Now, fellas, I'm in the dating game too. Ladies, I'm in the dating game too. How do you do it? It's about smooth communication. You see, one of the things that happens when men and women meet new people, there is an element of nervousness. Your blood's racing. A million thoughts a minute are going through your brain. Wrong. Stop. Calm down. No matter how fine or good looking a man or a woman is, remember, they're human. The majority of people are good people. The majority of people are looking for someone to treat right. However, there is the element of society that wants to use people. And there is also the element of society they are not mentally and emotionally ready to date. I am going to go against the narrative here. We are all perfect. Because you are made the way you're supposed to be made. You look how you're supposed to look. DNA, genetics, and a lot of other stuff decide the way you look right now. However, if you want to gain some weight, lose some weight, that's up to you. Because we each have something in the dating game. It's called a sexual market value, and it's visual. You can change it. If you're overweight, you can go through the process of losing weight. Maybe you need to tone, maybe you need to define, maybe you need to get your teeth fixed. Whatever you need to do, you can do it, but do it for you. Please don't do it for the opposite sex. Do it for you. Focus on you. However, we should get to know people. Properly vet someone. You have to learn. You have to learn what questions to ask. How do you do it? Repetition. Talk to people of the opposite sex. Get used and comfortable to it. You see, men have a very, 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 very difficult lot in life. We have to walk up to a complete stranger and start a conversation out of nothing. Because let's be honest, women hate rejection. So if it was up to women for the species and the genders to keep going, it wouldn't. Fellas, now it has happened to me. I've had women come up to me and start a conversation. It has. Okay? But what I'm saying is the statistics, out of 100 times, how many times have I had to go up to the woman? 95, 97%. So fellas, you have to get comfortable talking to women. You have to listen. Because listening will continue the conversation. Let me tell you something. This friend of mine used to do this. Basic. Hey, how are you? My name is whatever. What's your name? Tells you her name. And he says this every time. He says, look, I think you're attractive. It's very, very difficult for a man to start a conversation with a woman out of the blue. So come on, tell me your sports teams, news, what do you... You know, he gets into different conversations. And the conversation can go on and on and on and on. The thing is, that's how you find out if you and a woman have similar interests. That's how you find out what she's into, so you can further the conversation. Properly vet people. Find out who they are. Find out what they are. If you let a woman talk, she'll tell you everything you need to know. I've had a woman tell me before, you know, I'm crazy. Okay. Maybe I should not be trying to get to know you. And fellas, since sex is one of the top things? How about you allow the woman to start a conversation about sex? Don't even mention sex. Don't mention it. My grandfather told me something. He said, don't mention sex to a woman. When a woman is comfortable with you enough, she'll mention it. She'll open the door. You focus on getting to know her. Fellas, when a woman is comfortable enough with you, she'll open the door. She'll make a move. Many times when we make a move, it's the wrong one. You want to know why? Because we haven't been given the signal, man. Just be you. You're incredible exactly the way you are, man. But one of the things we've got to do is we've got to properly vet women, man. It'll save you a lot of money, and it will also save you a remarkable amount of time. Now, let's cover this. There is a time when you will be properly vetting some woman and she'll just ghost you. She won't respond. Because she'll think you're wasting her time. Let those women go, man. But be consistent. What is consistent? When you get to know a woman, you don't have to talk to her every day. Every other day, every couple of days. It just depends. But see, women like consistency. However, fellas, do not be the only one that's being consistent. You contact her, she contact you. Both of you should be doing it. It's a two-way street. Fellas, never chase a woman. Never pursue a woman. Take those two words out of your vocabulary. People should show their interest to each other. The universe is balance. It's all about balance. And if something is out of balance, it will not work. That's why when a woman says you have to love her more than she loves you, it is incorrect. That is an out of balance thing. Balance. If you love her more than she loves you, it'll be out of balance and it won't work. If you pursue her, if you contact her more than she contacts you, it's out of balance, man. It's a balancing act. So we have to learn that delicate balance. For many of you, it may be your first time hearing this. You may be 35, 40, 21, whatever your age is. However, you are never too old to learn something new. Balance. Do you have balance in your life, especially your interpersonal relationships? Because there are so many sayings and things in life that interpersonal relationships require, and they work better when you have someone with that you can experience things with. It's difficult, yes. Once I gained my standard list and once I went through enough to know what I didn't want and now I know what I do want, I understand that pickings are slim, man. The type of woman that you really want, once you really get an idea and a clue of who she is, you'll say to yourself, wow, man. You're going to see all the people that don't have any standards that will accept anything. And once you start telling women your standards, you will see those who have none. You will then see the big picture. Learn how to properly vet people. Learn effective communication. Also learn problem resolution. Because once you find someone you like, and once you are doing your thing and you possibly get into a thing, you are two different people with two different personalities coming together. There is going to be conflict until you figure each other out. Learn problem resolution. Stop walking away from good people. Stop. Learn problem resolution. Learn how to work it out. There's different levels to it, but it's all a part of the basics series that I'm working on now. Do you have the basics? Because if a man, ladies, if a man see that you have some basics, feminine, can work with you. Not some hard woman with a lot of masculine tendencies who's not willing to work with anybody. Who says, you gotta, it gotta be my way. No, it doesn't. And that's why you single now. Not your way. It's a two-way street. People working it out together. That's the mass issue that's missing in the dating game. A lot of people think they're worth it and worthy, and they're not. Ladies, a lot of you all have unrealistic expectations. And you're single because you're not grounded. Think about it. D-Champ, intellectually stimulating. Have a good day.